Hi, thank you for joining us today. Actually, wanted to take a quick look at a proposed campaign that we have for SMS text messaging for Capital Music Company. Actually, looking at wanting to develop this to actually help to improve our sales, and think this is going to be an excellent way to actually do that. Inside of this particular presentation, we're going to have a couple of items. One, the PowerPoint itself. Two, inside of the PowerPoint, we're actually going to take a look at the text to music ad that was developed and also the opt in procedure for customers that are interested in becoming a part of our texting experience. Also, going to look at the opt out procedure for those same customers if they decide to they want to leave or no longer want to get any more text messages from us. Also the disclaimer that we need to have inside of the text messages themselves. Also some background on SMS, and also at the end we're going to take a few quick seconds to look at some other information. Again, thank you for letting me have this opportunity to present this to you, and let's move forward. First thing that we really need to do is look at the history of Capitol Music Company, where they started, where they are now, and where they're going. Firstly, the company was founded in 1955 by Mr. Jim Darby. One of the real assets of the company right now is the professional level of instruments that it has at a very affordable price. Its long-standing history in the music industry, and that's not just in the local area, but that's also from the national perspective. The great motto that they have: always put customers first. This is our proven business principle. Another asset of the company is its very large inventory of instruments. From my understanding, it actually has one of the largest inventory of used and new instruments in the Southeast. And guess what? A great SMS texting message program will actually help to increase customer awareness and also our profit margin. Text to music advertisement, opt in. This is actually the ad that was created for this particular campaign. If you notice at the top, it basically says, music never sounded this great. And we wanted to add a flavor of the texting community there. So instead of spelling the word great all the way out, just did it as GR and the number 8. Also, if you look at the ad, right where you see the gentlemen that are actually playing musical instruments, if you notice there at the top it says sign up and you will get one text from us weekly about our in-store specials and great deals. And that's very important in any texting campaign that you have, uh, basically to fulfill law requirements, legal requirements. You actually need to spell out clearly what you're going to provide to the customer, and this is one way to actually do that. If you also look to the right of the screen, you actually see it says text music to 84444, and at the end, we actually spell out clearly to anybody that's interested in participating in the program that message and data rates may apply. So we're actually giving them forewarning that if they decide to participate, that there may be a charge, but we don't anticipate there being any charges. And if you look at the very, very bottom on your left-hand side of the screen, you actually see that we also have a special message to parents and guardians with children who are 13 years old or younger. Uh, we basically want them to know the rights that they have in being able to obtain any information that uh, those particular children will provide to us for this particular campaign. Looking at this a little bit deeper, and I really wanted to bring this point out, is I took that same language that we just talked about at the very bottom of that last slide and wanted to actually make it so you could read it because it's very small on the previous slide. But it basically says parents, guardians with children participating in this offer, and those who are 13 years old and younger have the right in most states to review their children's personal information to establish and maintain reasonable security procedures. We want all children to basically be safe. That's why we're putting this in here. Contact your state's authorities for more information on these rights. So each state has its own particular rights and laws in reference to this, and we just want to make sure that we spell it out clearly to anyone who's interested in participating in our campaign. Where people will see our ads, and these are just some recommendations. Let's take a quick look at an example message that we could possibly send out to our customers. And before we actually go into that, we are actually, our provider is actually going to be the messaging service 84444. We decided to actually go with them. What they're going to do is actually, once people see our ads in those different locations that we highlighted in the previous slide, they will actually text their information, send us a text. We can pull their phone number from that, and then from there we can actually start to send them text messages. Uh, but we have to really make sure that we are staying within the legal requirements of that. This is an example of one text that we could possibly send, and it basically says, "This week at Capitol, all drums and rolling gear on sale, 30% off. Call Darby for the best deals in the USA." And then we also list the current web address for Capitol Music Company. The most important part on this particular uh, page, though, this particular slide, is the last portion that really says reply, help, for help, and stop to stop. With any texting campaign that you have, you actually have to, and it is a legal requirement that you actually have to provide anybody that needs assistance with your text that is actually participating in your campaign or participating in your service, the opportunity to receive help if they have a particular question on how this is being done, how do they get out of the service, that kind of thing. It's very important that we have that information there. And then, probably the most singularly important thing is we have to provide them with the opportunity to stop the service if they want to. And simply by texting the word stop, they'll have that option to actually stop the service fully. And we are, again, obligated by law to do that. So we want to make sure that we also have that information included in there. Let's take a minute and look at one other message. This is actually a second message that we could possibly send to our customers. And this one simply says, "Pam, Capital has some great deals for our Text Club members like you. New Fender basses, $199, a 40% savings. Call Darby for more information. Again, reply help for help and stop to stop. Something that we tried to do in the message, we wanted to make sure that the message was more intimate for the person receiving the message. So what we're trying to do is actually incorporate their first name. In this one, we said Pam, and we're also trying to redirect them to somebody that they would probably recognize inside of our stores. And there's no other person to direct them to that most people know is going to be Mr. Jim Darby. So for that reason, we wanted to put Darby's name in there also and kind of refer them, make them feel that they are actually being referred directly to him and can call him for any assistance that they might need. This is actually an example of the coupon that we want to send to those who actually text us at 84444 and actually decide to sign up with the service to receive our text messages. We had promised them in the very beginning that we were going to actually provide them with a super discount of 25% off of any singular purchase that they might have. And then we also promised that they had a choice if they didn't want the 25% discount, that they could actually get a free MP3 player. The MP3 player is not a very expensive one um, at all, but it's something that might help to spur more people to want to sign into the service. So they actually would have the choice of either receiving the free MP3 player, which I think a lot of young people would want to do, or they could actually get the 25% discount. Again, this discount is only off of one single item, no matter what the item is. If someone wants to come in and buy a top of the line drum set, we are obligated to make sure that they actually get the 25% off. It's not going to be off the total sale though. For instance, if someone came in and bought the bass that we just mentioned earlier, the Fender bass for $199, they also wanted to purchase a drum set at $800, and then they also wanted to purchase a mixer for $400. They could choose one of those particular items to get 25% off of. So in most cases, most people I think would probably pick the more expensive item in that series, the bass, the mixer, and the drum set. The drum set is going to probably be the most expensive. They would want to probably get 25% off of the $800 item. And again, it's not off the total sale, which very uh, wouldn't be a good thing for us as far as the business side. But doing that 25% off of the single item would be something that would really draw people in. And again, that this is the particular coupon that we have designed. If you notice at the top, we have Capital Music in our small branding of the best gear, the best prices, Capital Music. We also wanted to make the customer feel special, and we started off with congratulations. And we basically point out the items that they could receive, the 25% discount or the MP3 player. We also provide them with the date of how long this offer is valid, and we've basically given them basically about a 2-year period in order to do that. We want to be open and honest with our customers, and some of them might not be able to come into the store or go online quickly to purchase what they need to purchase. So we want to give them a significant amount of time because we want to build up a system of trust with them, and we want them to know that they can come to us at any time and we will be open and have great deals. The next part on the coupon is the fact we wanted to point out that the offer is valid in store or also directly at our online affiliate, Capital Music. On the coupon, also, you notice at the very bottom we have UPC code on here. Each coupon is individually numbered, and we wanted to do that because we want more people to actually to sign up for the service in comparison to just getting the coupon and just sending it on to someone else that they might know without signing up for the service. If you notice at the bottom also, we also have listed our terms and conditions. We basically say that this coupon is the property of Capital Music, and basically we have the power to revoke it at any time if we see someone is not dealing on the up and up with us for some particular reason. We have the authority to be able to revoke the coupon. Looking at this particular slide, these are just the terms and conditions of the coupon that we just discussed, and I just wanted to bring them out a little bit larger so everybody could actually read them. And those are the terms and conditions that are outlined at the bottom of the coupon. Let's talk a little bit about the message stop, stopping the message system service that we're providing if the customer wants to. Uh, Basically, the only thing that the customer will have to do in order to do that is once they receive a text from us, they simply just reply back to our text with the words stop, end, or a similar response, something that lets us know that they no longer want to participate, and we will make sure that we basically take them out of our database and make sure that we stop all contact with them via the service that we're providing. Now, they do have the option to come back and actually re-sign up if they like to. We would love to have continue to have them as a customer. Hopefully, they'll still continue to come in, but they do have the option to actually opt out of the service at any time that they want to. Now, let's look at from a business standpoint why it's so important and how why it's so why SMS could be so beneficial to our company. Again, the service provider that we're using is text to 84444. This has actually been a very great service to be a part of. Very user friendly service. We've actually already have uh, signed up, and we actually have 60 free texts at this particular time. It's just a trial run, but we have that service available to us. Uh, they have great customer service there, and the product is really doing a good job. So again we're still in the testing stage because we know that this is a proposal, and we're bringing this information to you as a proposal. But we have sign up for the free trial. And if you want a little bit more detail on that, I'll be more than glad to provide that information to you and actually go through a small example if you would like to also. This is our proposed texting, excuse me, our proposed text messaging and advertisement campaign. And if you had any further questions, please let me know. And I kind of wanted to do one last thing here, and that is basically to kind of outline our plan for sending messages. Uh, Again, after customers become members of our texting database, and I like to basically refer to them as members of our texting club, and I would like to refer to it that way. Um, we'll basically send them text messages, just one per week, and that's what we've outlined in our advertisement. That they'll get a one text message per week that basically tells them about our great specials that we have going on. They might actually receive in-store coupons that are just meant for members of our texting club and other special services. They also have a more direct connection with us um, than probably other customers that do not are not members of the texting club, because they simply just have to send us a text and we'll respond quickly to any concerns that they have. Also, another point is after they become members, they actually do have the right and the option to opt out of the service at any point that they want to. And I think that's a very key point. We want to keep them as loyal customers, but at the same time, we don't want them to feel that they are trapped into a situation that they can't get out of, and that we would continue to be a nuisance to them in some way if they decide to leave the service. So they do have that option. Again, if you had any further questions, please let me know. And again, thank you for your time.